One, two, three.
That was good.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Hi, Boris.
Hi, Tamas. How are you, my friend?
Good. Excellent. Very good, as usual. Well, as usual, as in I always seem like whether I really am or I just pretend and lie. Who knows? But I am. I just got back
Yeah,
from.
take off this stupid grim you have.
You mean grim or green? But yeah, dude, I'm good. And you?
Well, we have suppressed the time of horrible cold. Now it is only -5, so I'm coping.
So I'm very disappointed. Yes.
I'm very coping. But I hope it won't go anywhere lower than that.
But it is predicted to go lower, right? Next week.
The forecast is telling something, but I mean, we are in such region which is so unpredictable. It might be really sunny and warm within next week or two. Uh, we are in Estonia, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything
So
can happen.
-20 should be.
But some harsh minus might visit us once again.
Good.
No.
Winter swimming time.
Yeah,
What would it take you to winter swim?
nothing. Literally
Nothing
nothing.
for free. You will do it for free.
I don't. No, I won't do it. It's not. No, dude. I can't even imagine placing myself inside the water, which is within the temperature like +4, +3. What's the temperature where you're swimming? Actually, once in my life, I tried it. So there is a monastery in what's the eastern western part of Estonia, uh, and they have a special place where the sinners like me can wash away all the sins by
How long
diving
you
in
spend there?
into the
Hours, days that you
into the pool, which is
contact everyone else.
it's quite interesting. This pool is never get frozen. So it doesn't matter what temperature is outside, it is always there. So by the tradition, the religious
For God
tradition,
keeps it.
you have to dive in 3 times, but
Yeah.
it's not deep. You can stand there. You just dive 1, 2, 3, out.
And all done.
And all done. Yes.
Tempting.
Legend says that nobody ever got cold after that.
Except for birds.
No, I didn't got a cold as well. I was pretty fine, but I cannot say that was a sensation. It was something out of this world when you are positioning your warm and wonderful body into the environment of plus. I can't even.
So this was winter.
It was winter. It was really harsh winter. The friend of mine, he has a birthday at 24th of December. He's not Jesus. And we were celebrating it somewhere in the southern part of Estonia. I think it was in Otepää. I think. It was 15 years ago or something like that.
Oh, 2000.
And after that, we just passed through that. It called Pühtitsa, I think, Pühtitsa monastery, and then we drive through and had our sinners sink in it. And yeah, it was fine. And people were standing there. People from I think it was from Narva and from Kohtla-Järve. They are coming there with empty vessels and filling with the holy water there. But literally, this is just a stream there.
But then you wash your sin into it, and then someone else washes this. So is this not
Well,
full of
it's
sin?
a stream, so
It's
it's
a
not
stream
a
that goes
standing
away.
water.
I see.
It's not a still water. So this seems.
I wonder where it
washing
goes.
somewhere away.
I don't know which city this is like the citizens of drinking this. Maybe we need to look at the crime stats of Estonia or something, and wherever is the highest, this is probably where the stream goes. I don't know. If you were to believe this is how this works, which, I mean, why not?
Well, obviously, first you sin, then you wash
Well,
them
wash it
away,
away, and that's it.
and then you are
Sorted.
done.
Ah,
Blood revenge means nothing, and all this prayers that you have to say. No,
this is.
just clean yourself with pure cold water, and you're done.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does make sense. But you are winter not a diver, but a swimmer.
Well, it's.
Well, you are
I guess
super
it's. I guess it's. I guess it's overstatement. I have done it two, 3 times.
three times a day.
No, not a day. No, I think I did it twice. I did it twice, and I did sauna when it was interestingly also coincidentally in Utah, where there's this friend we both know. They have a place. They had his family, and they have a small lake, and they have a small wood sauna, and we heated up the sauna, and I didn't go into the lake because the lake it, it's with the leather, and the rungs are very thin, and I'm a heavy guy, and I just don't like this feeling of like a thin steps, like cut into my feet. So what we did, we just
But
had like
is it in metal stairs or?
no, it's just some wood, whatever thing,
Okay.
and so we had some, in this like 20 liter or 50 liter, this big kind of basin that you can. So we filled always that up, and when I came out of the sauna, I kind of turned that over my head, and that's how I got the cold thing. So I didn't go into the lake. So
Oh, okay.
so that's how that's. But actual winter swimming, it's twice. As I said, I want to register if it's still open. There is going to be this winter swimming World Cup in Estonia, and then there will be this charity something where you can swim in the pool. I don't know how many people, 40, 100, 200, I don't know. They want to set some world record, so I'll do that. If the registration is still open. But now that I'm back, and I want to do winter swimming again. But
With swans.
are the swans still out? Aren't they get taken into somewhere? I don't know why I have this idea. Maybe not here. Maybe in the UK. I don't know.
Okay, with the swans, I can't vouch for the swans that are in the wilderness. The swans that are in the pond, for instance, in Kadriak, they are domesticated, so they can't fly away. And these ones are actually, or at least that was when I've seen them the last time. They've been, preserved for the winter somewhere.
Hmm.
So they are not
In the oven or
spending.
something. In someone's plate.
Yeah, probably next to it.
No, I just.
So I don't think that they're taking in the swans that are.
On the sea and whatever.
Yeah. I think they
I don't know why I thought that. Although as I was driving now from BMC here, and this was the first. So yesterday I got back from Hungary, and it was already dark, so I didn't see the sea. But now I saw, and I saw that there is like at least 10, 50 meters in. It's kind of frozen, or at least like slushy, this ice slushy, whatever. So the birds are a little bit more in the water, and further from the shore. And I don't know if I actually saw swans, but I also wasn't really paying too much attention. But yeah, okay, it was just
Again, I can't vouch. Maybe swans are among those feathered friends that are migrating.
I have seen them
They do know how to fly.
late autumn. No, yeah, but I have seen them late autumn, and I would have thought if they were to fly away, they would have done it already. But okay, maybe not. Anyway, Boris, what made you smile in the past week? Yeah, we did release one episode last week. We were good. So, what made you smile?
One thing made me smile really extremely heavily.
Oh, let me just hold on to my seat.
Yeah. Here's the popcorn. The sensation of accomplishment.
Oh,
My band, and we have finished one song,
Is this where we break the news to the world?
Most epic song ever we have written. It's 7 minutes long.
Okay, I like that.
And the part for me, the vocals, lyrics has been rewritten 4 or 5 times due to the fact that I have tried so many different tunes, so many different melodies.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting part, when we all have gathered together here
Mm-hmm.
in the studio, our bass player, he made a proposition of one big chunk of the melody, but there was specific this short thingy that actually went into the end of the result, and it was amazing.
Oh, you mean like by accident or something?
By accident. Although he thought about the vocal melody, but I mean, one thing is vocal melody, the second thing is the guitar melody.
Mm-hmm.
Because on the guitar you can do a lot of little nuances and this bendings and all these sort of things which you can do with your voice when you do a standalone sound. But when you are putting it into the stream,
yeah.
It is impossible to do that, because you have to breathe in, you have to do this bending and etc. all these sort of things, and it's just physically impossible.
Mm-hmm.
This what happened, and it was one evening, one rehearsal, and we did everything. And when we listened to it, everyone who were in the studio were like, "Yes, we did it," and that made me smile.
Ooh.
What about you?
Well, I have a.
You have 3.
There are so many.
And the 4th, which you have forgotten.
Well, and the 5th that I have just added, but it's a future smile-making event, which will what will make me smile is when you send this song to me, so I can listen. So your song, what is that I wanted to? I like long songs. I'm really looking forward to hearing that, and I have. It's been a while. The Tool has been mentioned on this show,
Yes.
and I just saw Danny Carey, the drummer. In an interview, he just kind of dropped that, like, they might go back to in style, whatever exactly it means, but they will go back in style to their first album, which is Undertow, which is not my favorite album. It's okay, it's good, but that's before it was much more kind of classic metal, less like this what made Tool in a sense, and they have shorter songs and all this kind of stuff. And I just hope they don't go back to that, because I like longer. I really like if a song like builds up and there is like, it's not just like a chorus, verse, all those kind of things beginning and but like it organically grows and it's long enough that there is room to play, and then it's kind of go wild and go crazy. So but I really like what was the song, your song that okay, it's not like overly like long, but the one that went into the video game.
Oh, what will be will be.
Yeah, so that is also actually, it's a nice ballad. It's a nice.
But it's not a long one. It's 3.1.
No, it's not. But it does have this like nice feeling of, I don't know, it takes you on a trip. It's really 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 nice.
Fallen creature, try to reach her. What will be, will be. You are preacher, stop your preachers. What will be, will be. In the silence of tomorrow, you'll come to see it snow. Oh, without her you lose control, but you betrayed her long ago and more. You have to leave with broken hope. Come with me, I'm falling
Is this the first public premiere of or announcement that Madrood is like
No,
doing?
we are constantly posting on our website that or on the Facebooks that we are making and recording a new material. But
Is it the first recorded song though from that? I know at this point maybe it might not even make it. Depends on how the selection process is. But
we are currently on the third, fourth, fifth song. Two are ready. So, but they will now be recorded because we have made a demo recording in order to understand for ourselves that this is the product that we're
kind of
going
where you are
with.
going. Yeah.
Now we have to re-record it because it has to be guitars has to be played more clearly, vocals has to be more properly. If there should be any backing vocals, they have to be added. So all these sort of things need to be recorded. And right now, all the drum sessions were made with electronic drums. I mean, with the samples in the computer, not
Oh, I
with
see.
the real ones, because we have been waiting to be happy with the form and the shape of the song. Now the drummer can go into the actual studio, record all the drum parts, and
Oh, so this where we are now is just a practice studio. So
Yeah.
okay, there is actual
we
studio.
we do record vocals here. We do record guitars here, but drums. This is completely different. For instance, all the drums for the album Stitches, we have recorded in one go. So it took 2 or 3 days in a row in the rock club
Hmm.
because of the acoustics. Because
The rock club is the name of a place, or it's a rock club?
it's a rock club, and the recording session was taken there. So
Uh-huh.
the drums were positioned in the middle of this
Or the booth, or the-
premises,
Okay.
so it could have a perfect acoustics
bouncing and-
from all the sides. So this has been recorded. I mean, with the drums, yes, of course, it is way much easier just to fill them in the computer in some program like Easy Drum.
Oh,
or
because
something
it's
like
like
and they will sound. I mean, they will sound okay, but you as a musician will not feel
not be happy. Yeah.
the satisfactory about it, especially when your drummer's skills is rocket sky high and he has to show off. Everybody has to show off because this is the whole point of all these things is to show off what you can do, what you're capable of. There are people who can read, I don't know, 1,000 words per minute. That's how fast. I mean, I'm just over exaggerating now.
No, you might not.
But there are people who read out loud really fast. They have to show because this is their skill. If you're not showing off, nobody will mention you. Nobody
Yeah,
will pay attention who the fuck you are.
Yeah. So
My strong recommendation to everyone who is listening to us: sell yourself. Sell yourself on a daily basis because you are the most precious good in your life.
yeah, there is a
You're a product.
There is a this is also kind of, I can say it's a involuntary phrase of something that I heard in a podcast, and it's about one's career, and I think it's very true, which is you are your own CEO. As in, if you want to do something, if you want to get somewhere, you have to work for yourself because no one else is going to. Your manager is not gonna, not like your manager won't support your career and others, but it's you who have to manage yourself as a product, as an I don't know, as an entity to get where you want to be. So yes, it's at the end of the day, it is on you. If you want to get somewhere, It's
Precisely.
you have to do it. Yeah.
And it involves everything, evolving, uh, understanding what is right and wrong for you, education. You can't get rid of that, although everybody hates it. But this is inevitable thing. And yes, you have to. We all are, in a sense, a hookers, a prostitutes. We just have to sell ourselves in a more valuable way. We have to find what is important for us. Because let's say you don't care about money, but for some reason, but there are some other things which bring the value into your life. For instance, you are a bookworm and you are digging for the amazing or very rare books. The money won't matter that much to you as the
Yeah.
first edition of, I don't know, Tom Sawyer, for instance.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
Different values,
Yeah.
different.
So barter and sales. That's what you have to do. Marketing, research,
Yep.
sell yourself, and get in there, baby.
Sell yourself without compromising yourself as well. So it's not.
That's true. Save your face. Because it's so easy to lose the face in our life. It's so easy to, I mean, everybody tends to be a nice ball of fur, pouring and then pouring and then to trying to be, amazing. But in the end of the day, we all are jerks.
Some more than others, but yeah, I guess in a sense. But you're also all amazing as well. So
Well,
guess
I
that's-
know that you are a jerk, so
Well, I know
there
that
is
too.
nothing to hide.
That's not a secret. Yeah. Jerk and
You're not jerking. You're a jerk.
no, I didn't say that. Although
Although
I should have
it-
said that.
it
It's
just
my
slipped. It just
image.
slipped.
It's my image. It just lived. Yeah. Okay. So what made me smile? I forgot to mention last week.
Yeah, you forgot to mention.
Well,
that.
but that's another thing that it's not the one that I forgot last week. I didn't even know last week I forgotten it. Nah, I just remembered it. So the
Inception.
it's that's such a shit movie.
Why?
It's you know what? I'm not a stupid guy. I think I am fairly smartish for what I am, but
Among the average.
that this fucking Inception is just like too fucking complicated. Why the fuck pretend that's such a clever fucking thing to? It's like things fall into themselves and then fall into themselves. And if anyone pretends that they are following, they are fucking lying. I couldn't follow that movie. Same as not I wanted to say same as with Tenet, but actually what happened with Tenet is I went to the cinema and I was a bit tired. I went to the cinema and I was kind of nodding off after 5 minutes a little bit, and then once I kind of woke up and I realized the movie is 30 minutes in. I slept 20 minutes. There's no point watching this because it's probably just as fucking complicated as this other shit. So I left.
Actually, it is not. But for me, Tenet has a different story. It has been shot in Tallinn. And I
No,
mean,
yeah,
and to see all this, for instance, the
opera, the beginning,
but there is especially one scenery when was it John Washington? This
I don't know.
and
The actor, I don't
yes,
know.
the actor and the my God, forgot his name. Robert Patterson. They are walking on the street, and there are tram lines, and the trams are passing by. So this particular street is the street where I grew up. I see my house there, and it's a long shot. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a long shot. They are just walking and walking there. They're talking, and for me, I'm just seeing my childhood.
No, absolutely. But yeah, no, it's just.
But that's okay. Sorry, made you smile. You forgot which haven't been.
No, I'm happy with these tangents that we go. And Christopher Nolan is fucking amazing. Otherwise, it's just like
Yeah,
it's just
he's
it's
a handsome guy.
That too. Is he? I don't know. I don't even know what he looks like. But those friends of mine who stayed I did mention them last time.
Yes.
For New Year's Eve. Those are the friends who has the dog the dog that I spoke about, where like he's now old and
Yes.
then every time I go home, I don't even know if he's alive. Now, two things. He is. That's one. The other is that it's a she, actually. So
After
it's,
all these years.
yeah. Well, I mean, how do I know what do I know what dog is a girl or a boy? I mean, I don't check or I just don't remember. My friend he listened to our podcast and he was saying like, by the way, it's a she. And yeah, she's still alive. One of her, and it was good to see. One of her, so she was already kind of blind, but then one of her eyes had to be actually taken out because just some pressure built up, and then it can be very painful. So she's not really. I think she kind of did see, kind of shades or whatever, but she doesn't see anything now. But she hears and she smells, and then when I'm there, she's like, you can see that she kind of tries to kind of make out like, okay, because you call her and whatever, and she tries to make out where you are, and she goes there, and then once she finds you, and obviously you tease her a little bit, but eventually you just want to kind of pet her and scratch her and everything, and then she's so incredibly happy. I think we did discuss this. These dogs have these long memories where like they don't see anyone for a long time, and then straight away, same as I guess maybe us as well, and most of this kind of animals. But yeah, so that did make me smile. That was very nice. The other thing is, I drove back from Hungary to Tallinn, so I left Friday early in the morning, and I got back yesterday 5:30ish when I eventually switched my car off, stopped halfway through in Białystok in Poland, and dude, I just like so love this 2 days road trip, and it was still in Hungary where I saw some nature. There were some kind of deers that actually they were running across the road in front of the car. I never had that experience. And you always see this sign, this warning traffic sign with the red triangle with the jumping deer in it, and like, it never happens to you. And this time it happened, and I was driving slowly because I was driving this time. I always just let Google to take me wherever they want me to. I just say, okay, go there, and there are 5 options, and I choose the one that is 1 minute less than everything else, and whatever.
And that's how I saw New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. But this is how I crossed borders. I'd never crossed before. As not borders, but like the border, the small towns or whatever. So I never crossed the border at these locations before. And this time I was in a small winding road, so I was going slowly. And it was still dark. I left 5:30, and Hungary is more south than Estonia, so the sun comes up earlier. But it was still kind of darkish, and luckily, I wasn't going too fast, and I could kind of stop. But it was just amazing to see these things just jumping. And then, as I was driving yesterday, I think I was in Latvia when there are these long stretches of straight road, and then there's just like snow on both sides on the lands in the fields. And I saw like 2 or 3 foxes with the winter fur. They have some gray in there as well.
Turning gray. That's true.
Yeah. And then it's nice. And I just like, I don't know. I always get into this very positive mindset. I always think about little stupid projects that I would like to do. I thought about our podcast, that how amazing it is that we have. How many? This is now the 8th episode, I think. I just like. It's usually the time of like the 2 days of just dreaming and just thinking about cool stuff, good stuff, because your mind is not. It's really, you have to focus on the road. You have to concentrate, so you don't have time to, I don't know, worry about daily things in a way, but your mind still has room to just kind of roam and go around, and
it's pretty interesting because the friend of mine, he's also quite fond of.
But road trips or?
Let's put it that way. He had the apartment in the city, but then he decided that their family will move into the
countryside.
So now he has to spend approximately 30-40 minutes on a daily basis just to get to the city.
Mm-hmm. It's still Tallinn and somewhere.
Yeah. And when I asked him, doesn't it bother him because it's a daily route there and back, there and back. And he said, no, it's actually kind of soothing and calming, especially when you're going back home, because it kind of wraps up the whole day.
You leave things behind.
You leave the things behind, and it gives you the time to think, the time to actually meditate a bit. Because, well, yeah, you see objects pass you by, and it kind of, makes your brain feel easier. I don't know, because in the summertime when I go to my summer house, it is almost the same. You are on the road there, and you already kind of it's not preparing for this amazing time that you will have there, but you are switching off from the city life to the countryside life, and it does feel different because in the city, when you do those trips, they're usually quite short. I mean, half an hour, that's absolutely tops, and you are tired as hell because you are in the traffic, you are not constantly moving, you have to turn right, turn left, turn around, U-turn, take the second exit, all these sort of things, and this is not soothing at all. But that's what you are talking about when you are on the straight line, on the straight road, and you're constantly moving with the same speed. That's what soothes your mind and makes you feel. I can't say you feel happy, but you feel relaxed.
Yeah. In Durban, well, in Usloti, which is where I used to stay, which is again 15 minutes from the office. Every morning I was until there was a highway, but the highway for a long time I didn't use the highway. I used a kind of a lesser road, which was going on the beach side, and that was like 10-15 minutes to get into work, and it was actually always so beautiful. And I was like every day I was like grateful, like I didn't believe that this is actually my life. That like I get up, I look out on one window on the balcony and I see Durban, I see the ocean, and I got my entrance door was on the other side, so I get out. I leave the place, and I think the sun was coming up that way. So I often saw sunrise because I'm an early riser and go to the gym in the morning, and then you just like you leave your home, and you see this gold orange thing just coming up. Just above the ocean, stretching out there. You often see dolphins. In the whale season, you see whales, and you get in your car and you start driving, and you see there are plenty of monkeys. They just like live there, in the troops like around you. And you see other small animals. There's something called the duiker, which is like you can imagine like a small impala or whatever, so this little like deer or whatever, but it's really like okay, you don't see, but this is like a small dog, size of a small dog, so it's literally like a miniature impala, and sometimes you see those, and then you drive on M4, which is this road that and you just see the ocean on your left as you're driving, and then when you come back on the right, it kind of it makes you happy.
Those road trips, they do. You just reminded me about it. So one thing that I enormously love about road trips is the tanking stations.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, but this is kind of this little piece of civilization, especially when you're driving somewhere crazy long, and then you see the tanking station, and especially when it is getting darker, and suddenly it's this little shred of light and cozy feeling and this warmth, and you are stopping by, and sorry, and you step into this atmosphere. I understand for those people who work there, they're like fucking.
It's the fucking most boring stuff.
I'm living in the fucking nowhere. I'm nothing. But for those people who are actually visiting, this is a piece of civilization. So yeah, this feeling.
And actually, that very well done, Boris, because that actually reminded me of my other thing that made me smile. So what made me smile is finding a petrol station when your car says you have 30 kilometers
Left?
range left. Yeah. So and it's such a good feeling, dude. And I sometimes play for this feeling. So like
Really?
so what I do is I have this rule that I don't fill the car up if I pass the petrol station and I have more than 100 kilometers left in the car. I mean, we live in a civilization. There will be petrol stations. But this time now I was going, and I was on a highway. I think I was on a Polish highway where the speed is 140. Allowed speed is 140. And I went at that speed, which I will reconsider next time because I don't think that's the most optimal for fuel consumption. I think it's around 130 maybe is the best. Anyway, I was going 140, and when you go 140, you chow the kilometers very long. You eat the kilometers very fucking long, and I just left the petrol station, and I was like 110, and then it's 100, and it's 90, and it's 80, and it's 70, and it's like a minute or whatever. And I was like, okay, nice. I even looked at the map, and you can put like in a petrol station near me or whatever on your road, and it showed me something that was I would have had to leave the highway and go to like a small town. But I said, you know what? No, fuck, I'm not gonna do that. And eventually, I saw sometimes you can see these like McDonald's signs, which are like, I don't know, 20 meter high, or like a
Yes.
big pole, and it's just
They're
big
quite
M.
big, yes.
And then, okay, I know something is coming. And eventually something came, and I was like 30 something kilometers. But this relief that you feel when you know that actually because otherwise what? Otherwise you fucking run out of petrol in a country they don't speak the language of. I was thinking, I actually did have a pen, but I didn't have a big paper even to say like, explain myself, hey, you need petrol, give me a lift, whatever. And you stress out, you are kind of stressing what's going to happen. But you see the petrol station and it's like, as you said, like, yeah, I have civilization, like I have like everything.
Civilization, and another part of this civilization,
Toilets.
when you're holding for the long kilometers, the wee that have to come out, and then you're just rushing into the toilet, especially when it is free, there are no queue or anything, and you just make the first drip, and it's like,
Yeah.
whoa,
I know.
alive.
That's
glory.
yeah, that's the other thing exactly. And it's interesting. I will check next time too, and it might have just been a coincidence, but when I go down from Estonia to Hungary, I have to kind of pay much less when I come from Hungary to Estonia. I don't know why. It happened twice. So like this time it was, and I try to think like, I try to drink like 2 liters of water every day, and I really haven't been doing that in the past month or so. So I need to again up my game. But I have I have like 2-3 bottles of like 1.5 liter mineral water next to me, and I try to drink it. But this time I wasn't even drinking a lot, but I felt this need that I need to stop, and then more often than going down. And I remember last time when I came back, and it was also winter, so it also could be coming back to the colder thing. I have no idea. But fucking last time, like last year, when I was coming back, I remember I literally had to. I just had to stop on the side of the road, get out of the car, and without caring who sees me or whatever, I just had to pee because I couldn't.
The wild side of yours.
And I remember I almost peed myself once because there was a petrol station, and I knew I'm gonna get there, and I didn't even park the car properly in the parking. I just kind of stopped it like in a way where it wasn't really in a way, and I know I just need to get in, and I got out of the car and I was like, am I going to pee myself? And I did not, but I didn't pee at the petrol station. I just fucking peed outside because I couldn't make it inside. So yeah, and the other thing at the petrol stations is I would buy chocolates. This kind like
Well, yeah, that's probably the thing.
and
too.
and stuff for coffee as well because like
Yeah, when I'm on the road, I'm drinking coffee differently because in the ordinary daily life, I'm consuming coffee until 12 o'clock in the noon. After that, water, maybe Coke, something like that, but not coffee at all. But when you are on the road, yeah, then coffee is your friend and enemy because it's
Yeah.
also make you want to pee. Wee.
and I drink these tall Americanos. I always go for the mega or the biggest or the whatever. So that means like it's like 300 milliliters of water essentially. So you drink that, and then you have to stop again.
You have to stop
Because of
again.
the-
Yes,
because of the
exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Uh,
Well, yeah, but dehydration is a thing as well,
which,
especially in
also,
the
you know,
summer.
you can drink too much water, right? You know, you can die from drinking water.
Yeah, there was some news, I don't know, a month or a couple of months ago
Oh,
when
I know, for the years ago, but
yeah, but there was a woman who just drank herself
why did you do that?
to her death. I mean, she was also wasn't she a fitness guru or something like that, with all this, proper eating, proper drinking, and all this fancy things. So she just literally drowned.
Yeah, I heard, quite a few years ago, there was someone who was like partying and drugs and whatever, and I think he had, I don't know how many liters, I don't know actually what is but like a lot of liters of water, like in one go, and then I think your kind of body just disintegrates, or I don't know what happened, but like he also died.
It's the same, that carrots are extremely dangerous. Carrots, yes. So 18 kilograms of carrots, if you will eat them in one go, you will die. It's very dangerous world we're living in.
I see. But if you were to eat, I think it's a full teaspoon, but just to make sure, let's say it's a tablespoon. If you eat full tablespoon of salt, you will die. As in, like in one go, you will die, apparently. It's too
One
much salt.
tablespoon.
Yeah.
Tablespoon. No. I would say it has to be some bigger amount.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not
going to.
I'm not saying it's not like over salt. Like you have some soup and it has that much. You go in, and you just a heapful of like a spoonful of salt, put it in your mouth, you swallow it, and then you're done. Apparently, I'm also haven't.
Well, that's why we're speaking.
Tried. Now maybe I will actually
Yeah.
research this, but I mean that's a lot of that is a lot of salt for the body as well. It's yeah.
Well, yeah. let it stay unknown, or let others do those field tests. I'm not quite keen to try. Although I do love salty things, I don't like sweet things. I mean, I'm not that.
You're so lucky. Oh my god, I'm so fucking love sweet things.
That's the thing. People are like, how can you not take this, I don't know, candy, chocolate, ice cream, whatever. I mean, I'm not feeling any urge for that. I can eat it, but it's not something that I would love to eat on the daily basis, all the time, everywhere.
I wish.
I love cheese.
Yep.
I love ham. I love steaks. I'm not vegan in any sort, but I love beer. Beer is my poison, but I can easily live without sugar. From time to time, when I see people grabbing their coffee, so they pour the coffee in, and then they start
Sugar after sugar after sugar.
put the sugar after sugar, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Isn't that enough? It's just so sweet.
My dad used to eat that white, the crystal sugar, just like I would go in a spoon and just eat it.
Maybe that's the problem of those post-Soviet things, because there were not that much of the sweets.
I think it was because of that, as in like, not like there was like a huge selection of candies and chocolates and whatever.
Because I remember there was a treat that we got as the kids. It was a white bread with the
Butter and
button
sugar.
and the sugar.
Oh yeah, we had that too.
So yeah,
Did you eat watermelon with the bread?
no, never.
No,
But
it was also a thing,
but again, watermelons were some kind of exotic thing.
yeah, they were.
They were not an ordinary thing. The same as bananas.
Mm.
Bananas, that was, you had to stay long queue to get the bananas, and usually they were green as hell. So they just popped on the cloud tree yesterday, and they've been taken away. That's how the green they were.
You know that this has been a very long time ago. I listened to this podcast, so I won't be able to like very accurately recite what they were talking about. But this was about how, I think it was the CIA, or it was actually part of a just American kind of strategy to, to undermine communist Russia.
Hmm.
And one of the things that they did was, I think there was some expo in Russia or whatever. So what I'm getting at is like not even shopping malls, but like consumer shops where you just can go in and like the shelves are full with products, with chocolates, with from flour, from the basics to like fancy good stuff. And that was in the States, it has been forever, like where you just can go in and you can buy anything easily. And it wasn't the case in Russia at all.
No.
As you said, you just buy the basics. Sometimes you have to, in Hungary as well, you have to have a ticket to get bread, and you have a location of like how much flour, how much this, how much that you can have. And the idea was that they don't go in to like just fucking do pamphlets and whatever. Hey, capitalism is better. Ignore, abandon communism, all that kind of shit. What they did, that they just showed people that like there are actually things in the world that are better than what your system can provide, and this is a product of another system. So it was almost like a guerrilla kind of thing to show that there are shops where like it's almost like in Africa, a lot of poor settlements. There is no water. There's no in houses. There's like usually like it often happens that there's just like a pipe that comes out from the earth. So like they let some water into there, but that's like always going, and people go there and fill their buckets and go home. So like for some people, water coming out of taps in your house, it's like a miracle. And just imagine for Russians, for the people of the Soviet who were living in these kind of conditions, like just imagine a store where you go in and then there is like packs of chips and chocolates and all those kind of things. So it was like a weird strategy of like, kind of.
But have they built an actual?
So I think that's the thing. There was something that they could, because I think this was an interview with. I'm not saying it's Walmart. I'm just saying that because that's a brand that I can remember from the States. But I think it's a podcast with someone who owned one of the chains or whatever, and then there was a chance to get in, and I think they had one or two demo stores and something like that. And I'm not saying that this is what eventually caused the collapse of, but it's these like little infiltrations of the West into these places where also kind of help shaping, I guess, people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
I will look it up again and tell you. Obviously, for the listeners of the podcast, this is all the information that I have.
But I have found it's always better to show what you can actually achieve instead of
talking about it.
Making this sort of propaganda that it is better at our side and you are all the shit.
Yeah.
No, just show physically. You can if you will do this, you will get that.
So it is quite likely that my dad was just eating sugar because literally that was the sweet that was at home. It's
Yeah.
sugar.
I do remember been eating back in the days, back in the Soviet Union, there were no sugar that was packed as the, this not the sand type of sugar. How do you call it? The ordinary sugar that we have.
Yeah, just like I don't know, but yeah, it's like not powder, but it's crystal.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
Like I
So
don't know.
when it has been,
Made into cubes or what?
it was in the cubes. It
Yeah.
was in the
I remember
cubes.
that. That's so amazing.
Raffinated sugar.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what we loved because candies, there were some sort of candies, but usually they were, those hard candies which you have to suck.
The sour ones.
Sour ones, yes.
Something inside.
Yeah, but sugar, that was the easiest and the shortest cut to the sugar.
And actually, tipping it in some coffee or whatever. That's also nice. And my mom makes she the coffee that she makes is like ordinary in the normal machine or whatever, but coffee and some whipped cream, but it's nice kind of homemade. Nowadays she buys like the things, but like they used to be like you could buy this patron, this little I don't know thing that you had a whipped cream maker at home. It's a little. It's a little bottle with a high pressure, whatever, and you put in the milk and whatever, shake it up, and it comes out. It's nice, thick, heavy. This foam thing comes out, and this coffee. I always ask for like just a taste of like the cream and then the little coffee because this mix was always.
Isn't that a part of the Irish coffee?
Irish coffee has whiskey.
Yeah, but apart from the whiskey, this is technically.
I mean, like people put whipped cream on the coffee, don't they?
I assume they do.
Yeah, my mom did, and she still does, and it's yeah,
the
nice.
whipped cream. That's another thing that I remember from my childhood.
Oh, and then there's
What
this,
we have done with the special.
this thing. This is one of the few crimes I've committed. Shoplifting. Shoplifting. Little. There was a little sachets. This kind of powdered milk. It's milk powder. It's like I think it's also something that you put in coffee, but it's sweet.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
It's sweet and whatever, and I don't know why, but we started to call it like a ninja powder. And then as we were walking home from school in my own time, we were like still like what elementary school, so we were like I'm just trying to think of the classmates to try to figure out my age. 11, 12ish, that kind of time. And we went into the store, and we always like we had to nick one or two of those, and that was also like a sweet thing. That was also. And what is strange is like the fruits are always there. Why isn't the fucking fruit? Why am I not satisfied by fruit when it comes to sweetness? I mean, it's so silly, but I wish, but
I wish life was more simpler, probably, but it's not.
It's not.
So thank you, Tamas.
Thank you, Boris.
It was another journey. Well done, and welcome home.
Thank you very much, and I guess see you tomorrow at work, right?
We'll try to see each other there, and we'll see what makes us smile again.
Exactly. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.